Hello, I'm Wendy Vogel, and this is the Poetics, readings of contemporary works by emerging poets from around the world, brought to you by Sweetycat Press. Today's episode is co-sponsored by Elaine Marie Carnegie Paget. Today's readings are in memory of J. Mehta, one of our members whose poem Crossroads was featured in our first episode. It was my great honor to read it. From everyone at Sweetycat Press, we love you, pretty. Our first poem today is And When Spring Comes Again by Pamela Tyree Griffin. And when spring comes again, with the month that includes your birthday, we shall smile. For a moment, we shall not recall that your birthday cake shall not materialize. There shall be no candles casting shadows from a ballet of tiny flame. We shall temper our glee, for the sadness never leaves us for long. When spring comes again, and our hearts beat selfish and unrelenting, we shall say a desperate prayer, longing for you, when spring comes again. That was And When Spring Comes Again by Pamela Tyree Griffin. Next, we have Forbidden Thoughts by Jane McCulloch. In mists of doubt, my fraught mind wanders into a fantasy land. I picture your laugh, your eyes, your smile, your hand upon my hand. Forbidden thoughts like serpents writhe, their hot breath hissing steam. My heart is thudding, pulses racing, drowning in my dream. A prisoner of passion, but with no lover's warm embrace, I close my eyes and always, always see your face. That was Forbidden Thoughts by Jane McCulloch. Our next poem is The Humble Kitchen Table by Anne Christine Tabaka. The Humble Kitchen Table was previously published by Page & Spine, May 2020. It sat in the middle of the kitchen, dominating the room like some industrial beast from a distant time. A beige enameled metal top with a geometric line design, carefully tracing the scalloped edge shape in a dark green Art Deco. A massive wooden body that held a utensil drawer. At some point, it was painted the strangest shade of pale green. No one remembered the original color or when it had changed. Mother cut and prepped our meals on it. Crayons stained its face, scratches of use-scarred metal. It stood its duty well. Shared by parents, children, and grandchildren, it knew laughter and joy. The warmest room in winter, oven-heated, blanketed doorways. It was our gathering place, to eat, to play, to work. Well used and well loved, though we did not realize it then. No one gave it a second thought. It was just there, always there, until the day it went away. That was The Humble Kitchen Table by Anne Christine Tabaka. Next, we have Good Dog by Diane Pierce. Good Dog was previously printed in Next Page ink. You stood in front of your owner's truck, prancing in your gait, not from happiness, but from trying to walk sideways in front of the oversized blue truck of your master to block it from driving off. I'd pulled over to see if I could help your owner catch you. Your owner screamed at you and me. You were a stray, not his dog. Not his dog. You were so confused, upset to be not in the truck, to be put out on a road you didn't know. You were trying to evolve human speech right in front of me, to explain to him who owned you that he'd made a mistake here. But he pumped the gas, lurching the truck, trying to scare you from in front of it. You would not go. You tried to climb the front grille. The huge tire had your paws on it next, even though this could have put you under it, crushed you to dust. It was a standoff, his hate fierce, baring its teeth against your need to be back in the cab with him who you loved, he who hated you. Finally, your anxious gait bounced you accidentally to the side. Your terrible owner saw his opportunity, slammed the gas pedal, swung the wheel hard into the oncoming lane, swerved back and forth, sped away, away from you. You turned, you ran so fast. So fast your feet met in the middle, back and front, under you for each stride. You were faster than any living thing had ever been or will ever be. But the truck was not a living thing, and the man driving it had lost his humanity. So when it hit the bend in the road, topped 70 in the oncoming lane, willing to kill any other car that might have happened to drive on that side, willing to kill, to crash, just to get away from you. When that happened, when you realized you couldn't catch him, when the bastard who had owned you finally succeeded in throwing you away, I heard your stalwart heart break as you howled, hooked a left across the road, through the cornfield and cemetery, and disappeared into the woods at top speed, to a place where no one could ever find you, so that you could just die already, alone, thrown away, following his orders, as always, for you were a good dog, to make yourself trash. That was Good Dog by Diane Pierce. Our final poem is We Do Not Belong by Abasayama Udam. With eyes to see beyond the day, hands with the speed of the tiger, I know for certain we do not belong here where mortals dance and play, living for pleasure daily. We do not belong in the drudgery of rest, of fantasies, dreams with eyes closed, for we dream with our eyes wide open, creators of worlds the world over. We take you by the hand, lead you to anguish, pain in the pages of a book. No, we do not belong here in this playground for mortals. We go where men dread and angels dare. Between earth and heaven we dwell, bodies out of a mortal body, beings finding space in one abode, all trying to survive. We do not belong here, feet firmly planted on earth. We do not belong in time, for time is stopped, nature on recess. We do not belong in the watery dispensation, in the ache, the thirst for water. For our soul is a spring, ever dripping, you and I together, for our abode is within the pages of a book, the contours of a story, the linings of a poem, the colors of a song, the tales of a painting, the silence of a play, the inner horrors of a comedy, the spell of a romance, the tunes of a mystery, the whispers in our heads. We go where men dread and angels dare. Our anguished bodies plod on in this time, awaiting divinity in outpouring. You and I, we do not belong here. Never have we belonged. That was We Do Not Belong by Abasayama Udam. That's all for this episode of the Poetics. Thanks again to our generous co-sponsor, Elaine Marie Carnegie Paget. For Sweetycat Press, I'm Wendy Vogel. Thanks for watching.